There's been quite a few questions in the chat about drone service providers, how they could become involved, what is the pricing of the product. So first things first is I'm going to share a link in the chat. So you should see a chat thing in your dashboard, and it's sitemark.com/drone service provider program. If you click that link, there should be more detail. But Stan, do you want to talk about how you kind of work with drone service providers, how you get people on board, what that program might look like?
So Sitemark wouldn't exist without the drone service providers. So they're a core part of our business, and they're a core because they're capturing the data. But quite quickly we realized that there is much more to a drone service provider than someone capturing data. There is someone who has contact to the customer, who has been on site, who is talking to the customer, who's really, he's in the end the most physical representation of Sitemark to the customer. And so a lot of drone service providers have approached us of saying, okay, you've got a really nice solution. We want to be able to resell it. And that's why we started the drone service provider program. So it works both ways. So it means if you join it, it means that we will be using you as a drone service provider to fly our sites. So whenever we've got sites to be flown or jobs to be done within your location, we will ask you to go and execute them for us, so you can get more work. But on the same side, you can also resell our solution. So if you want to approach solar companies involved with solar within the solar life cycle, you're now able to put Sitemark on the table and to show to provide them with a full end-to-end solution, including your self-flying and of course our software. So the way it works is that we've got a partner platform in which you can basically manage all of your different customers. So you can create dedicated portals for every single of your customers, so they don't have to all be mixed in one portal that you're sharing. No, they all get their individual account in which they can manage all of their sites. And we will take care of processing the data. And if you like, we also can answer questions to them to make sure they're getting the most out of the tool or provide trainings. But in the end, you are the one managing the customer relationship, and you're the one flying the sites. And we've seen a huge amount of success in Europe with this, with now more than 150 DSPs ongoing. So these are not just pilots flying for us, we've got more pilots flying for us, but these are really reseller drone pilots. But we don't have a lot of them in the US. So we're looking at expanding our network and really putting Sitemark's great solution into the hands of drone pilots that want to get started. And that's why we have also this link that's in the chat, where you can just fill in the form and we'll get in touch and see how we can get a great partnership going. The beginning of something great.
So I do want to, double stamp this one, because I think that this is important. I mean, Sitemark, I've known about you for a while. Your footprint in Europe is significant. Your footprint in North America is lesser. And I think that a majority of the participants here today are from the US, and according to the poll, 58% of them are drone service providers. So I think that at the bare minimum, click the link and see what that form looks like. And maybe we talked about platforms earlier, and you said basically anything with a 640 by 512 radiometric thermal camera, right, or on the RGB side, something that doesn't have rolling shutter issues. There were questions about, like, does Skydio work, or does the Autel 640T work? I would say that I could confidently say yes, because as long as it has 640 by 512 radiometric thermal imaging and no rolling shutter defect or impacts to the image quality, that it should work. But when these drone service providers approach you, they basically should have hardware that would be suitable to do these inspections, correct?
That's correct. So of course we recommend to have the right hardware. It depends really on what the mission is, but having a strong thermal platform will help you in solar, because a lot of the jobs are still related around thermography. Let's say 50 to 60% of the activities we do require thermal cameras. So that's basically, but I can confirm also that the Skydio and the Autel drones are compatible, and we have done missions with them, and customers have been very happy with the results. Perfect. In the end, the customer rarely knows what hardware was used, because it ends up being
just data.
Site.
Right.